The codes of light you carry inside anchor a new way of life. Heart-centered being, awareness and seeing. You are out on the leading.
Hello beautiful star people, and welcome back to my channel, a place where we talk about spiritual, personal, and emotional growth and expansion. And be sure to stick around to the end because I will be doing an energy reading for this coming week. So this is the first video on my channel of 2019. I have not been posting as much the last couple weeks. Actually, I haven't posted at all. And I really wanted to take this time while I was away to kind of evaluate and decide what I really want this channel to be about. I've decided I want to be more dedicated to what I originally wanted this channel to be about, which was spiritual awakening, sustainable living, personal and emotional growth, and just really being an expression of what I want to bring to the planet in my lifetime. I want this channel to be more about expansion and personal growth, and I really want it to be more of an authentic expression of myself, because I feel like I have really been feeling like I should put stuff out. It needs to be about this. And I really just feel like it's kind of gotten a little off because I have committed to so much. I was doing the Starseed vlogs. I was doing readings. It's just become more of a, I need to get something out more than a, I feel excited about what I'm putting out. At the beginning of 2019, as I normally do, I did a New Year ritual. So at the beginning of the year, or at 11:45 at night on New Year's Eve, I will sit down in my spirit room and I will connect to my guides. I will release the year. I open myself up to the new year. If you guys are interested in a video of that, I believe I did a video on that a while back, but maybe I'll do kind of a revamp of what it's kind of turned into because it's kind of shifted over the years. And at the time I was getting sick, or I had been sick with the flu and my voice was starting to go. It's still kind of a little raspy right now, but this is the first day I've actually been like able to speak fully. And I just got from my guides that they wanted me to do a 3 days of silence practice. And so the next morning, I started at midnight and I went 3 days in silence. And it really gave me a chance to reflect on why I'm here on the planet, how I want to interact with people, and just really what I want to express for myself. A lot can be learned when you aren't trying to express yourself, but rather taking in and evaluating things without having to have a reaction to it, especially verbally. What I realized is I want my life to much more align with my desires and beliefs. Not that I wasn't doing that, but I just really feel like this year I want to kind of re-up my commitment to that and really step into a much more authentic way of living on every level. I have struggled over the years with taking myself seriously and really honoring what I believe I'm here to do on the planet. And it's a really big job. I've been guided to do a lot of things on the planet over the course of my incarnation here, and that has been confirmed to me not only through my guides but through other people coming to me and talking to me about things, and just really having an honest dialogue with people I'm close to, but also people I don't know very well. So it's definitely been confirmed to me on many levels what I'm here to do on the planet. And I feel like as much as I know what I want to do on the planet and what I feel I'm here to do, I haven't been taking myself seriously. I have been concerned about like, oh, I'm not ready to express my deep knowing. My information isn't as valuable as, say, maybe other spiritual teachers, as other people who are already doing it. And I'm just really wanting to step into a space of being more authentic and expressing my inner knowing and what I'm really here to do on the planet. And so this year I want to take myself more seriously and just be present with what I know I'm here to do. Another thing is I want to start living even more sustainably. As you guys know, for those of you following my channel, I am already vegan, but I want to take that a step further. John Michael and I want to really step into a higher level of that. So we want to buy clothes that are vegan and more sustainable. We really have a goal to have less waste this year, trying to go as plastic free as possible. And we want to share that with you guys on this channel. We are considering starting another channel, a little more lifestyle based, or even more around our pet care. As a lot of you know who have seen like the vlogs and also have followed me on Instagram, you know we have a lot of animals in our house. We love connecting with those other beings, and we really enjoy pet care. And John Michael works at a beautiful local pet shop, and so we are always getting lots of information on that. So we kind of thought we might share that with you on a second channel. Now we're not sure that's going to happen, but definitely stay tuned because it might. But we are really wanting to focus on more holistic living, being more sustainable, not only within veganism, but exploring what parts of our veganism can be more sustainable. So for instance, there are certain plant milks that are more sustainable than others. So we want to focus more on those and things of that nature. So that's really important to us. We want to, you know, bring the coffee mug to the cafe. We want to be using, you know, our own cutlery in places that use plastic. You know, all of these things, we want to become more committed to that. So we're really excited to share that with you, but also just how that's going to impact our personal lives and how that's going to feel so much better being more in alignment with our beliefs and our desires for the planet. The other thing I want to be more committed to is my creations. I have a couple things that I've decided that I really want to be present with the creation of this year. I have a massive list of things I want to do in my life, and I know that having that massive list almost creates a space where I can't do any of it because I get so overwhelmed. So I've decided that this year there are a couple things I really want to do, and I have a hard time following through. Like, I will be the first to admit it. I love projects. I am an idea person, and I have so many ideas, and I get really excited about them, but oftentimes that's where it ends. And I know that's not the type of life I want to live. I want to complete and accomplish the things that I want to do. So I've decided that this year there are a couple things that that's what my year is going to be dedicated to, and I'm really, really excited about that. Also, this channel, I want it to be a more consistent, vibrant creation, because I know that a huge part of my journey on this planet is teaching other people how to be more present with themselves, shadow work, spiritual expansion, sustainable living. I know that's a huge part. A lot of people identify with being a healer. I do not identify as much with that. I know I can heal people. I know I can assist people in emotional healing and physical healing, but I know ultimately my purpose on this planet is to be a teacher. I'm here to express information so that people can then take that and cultivate that within themselves. And I'm really excited about that. And so I want to utilize this platform for that expression. Eventually I want to be doing events, and there's a huge path in front of me that I know I'm going to be exploring, but this is a beautiful first step, and I'm really excited about that. My stomach is growling. I have not had breakfast yet. So now that we are starting 2019, I feel a huge shift is about to happen on the planet. As we all know, shifts can come with a lot of amazing things, but also a lot of things, you know, being brought up to the surface, which can be very intense. But I believe last year was the year for that, in the sense of, I know a lot of people were experiencing so much chaos in their lives. And that's because last year was about shaking free of all the things that weren't authentic. It was about letting go of all the things that weren't stable and the things that were no longer serving us. And we kind of ended the year with all the things that like were remaining standing. My spiritual teacher really expressed it in a beautiful way, where she said, the only thing left over were the buildings that kind of like, were able to stand through the earthquake, essentially. And that's like what we were left over with. And now this year is about a huge leap forward. And I've been feeling that building over the last several months. Last year was a really hectic year for me. I dealt a lot with depression and conflict, and just, I was a mess last year. And for any of you who've been following my channel, you probably saw that with my channel, as I uploaded very irregularly. It was kind of all over the place. And so last year was really intense for me. And, we had all of those retrogrades and just so much was happening. But the last few months, I've been just feeling this shift. And I was like, something new is coming. New energy is coming. Things are picking up. Synchronicities were flowing so much faster, or they were just more obvious. I had felt so disconnected from my guides and my spiritual practice. It was unreal. And the last few months, that connection has just, you know, really started flowing back. And it's really, really exciting to, you know, I was working in the mud essentially, and now I'm being able to bring that back up into what I'd been feeling a year or two before. And so now I feel like I'm really starting to create this balance between, you know, the shadow work and my light work essentially. And that is so, so exciting because I'm really excited to integrate those both together. And so this year is going to be about huge leaps and strides for moving the planet forward. Now, again, with that, there's going to be a lot, you know, releasing. I'm getting the image of like a rocket ship when you're like blasting out of the atmosphere. You've got all of that jet fuel and then those like fall away. So that could bring a lot of tension. There's going to be a lot of shift on the planet. We're going to be reevaluating a lot of stuff, but that is going to blast us forward very quickly. Whereas I feel last year it felt like things were falling away, but we were still falling apart. We're going to feel like not only things are falling away, but that we're blasting forward. And that's really, really exciting. I really feel like a weight has lifted off of me. I feel like I am way less sluggish. I feel like I'm just feeling my drive reawaken. And I know that John Michael, my boyfriend, has also felt that. And just talking to other people, I feel like everyone's kind of in this like, okay, what are we creating? What is happening? Like, are we moving forward? And I feel like that's being hugely reflected with where everyone's kind of at. I've also seen a lot of videos from my spiritual teachers and friends who are kind of also reflecting that energy. So I feel like we're all kind of feeling it. For me, I know a huge part of this is to stop buying into the narrative of what we're being told. Now, this can be on the news, it can be with people you don't resonate with, but it can also be your old beliefs. A lot of us have a lot of narratives and concepts about what awakening needs to look like. You know, all of the crazy stuff that's going on, and I just feel like I'm done buying into it. I want to create the reality that I want to experience, and if I keep buying into the old narrative, that's going to be such a conflict for creating a new world and a reality. So I've decided that, to sum it up, I'm going to stop buying into the narrative that people are selling and just really be a reflection and a reality generator myself. I really want to open up a new way of being and thinking, and that's really, really important to me. It also feels really good to me. Like, I really want my expression, like on my social media, on my YouTube, but in my own personal life as well, to be a more authentic, joyful, excited expression. I know that like my Instagram has gotten very curated, and I'm noticing I'm not posting all the things I want to post because I'm like, oh, we won't look quite right, or, you know, that doesn't, you know, and I'm like, no, I want to express the things that are bringing me joy and excitement and living a more authentic version of myself. I don't think there's anything wrong with social media as long as what you're putting out there is an authentic expression of who you are and being real. I think social media is a great way to connect with people and, you know, get inspired for a new way of living, but we can't do that unless we're personally expressing an authentic version of ourselves. I think that's really important. So I want to recommit myself to putting myself out there in a more authentic way on every level. So yeah, so I'm really just looking forward to this next year. It's kind of like with a little bit of trepidation because I don't want to be unrealistically naive about what this year may look like. I know there's going to be a lot of shifts. It could potentially be very intense, but I'm just getting this really good feeling about, like, this is like the birth canal, you know, like it's going to be really intense and it's going to be really like powerful, but it's going to be about how we are present with the birthing of a new planet. And so that can either be painful with screaming and fear, or it can be with power and excitement and full drive for a creation that we are all birthing together. And a lot of us, you know, may be still asleep in this process. You know, I know a lot of people on this planet, even people I know, who just seem like they're not aware or present. But when I talk to them, they do seem like they're growing and evolving. And so even on a subconscious level, something is shifting. And so we're all in this process. And what we can do as awakened people who are more aware, is we can be an inspiration by living more authentically, by being more present with ourselves and really just being an inspiration to others and really just gently guiding them to becoming more aware and awake. And that's really, really exciting. So what we can do as, you know, the star seeds on the planet, as people here to guide the planet into a better frequency, is we can express ourselves more authentically and just be open when people want to know more, and just be present with not only our healing and awakening and presence, but with other people that maybe we feel disconnected to. Maybe these are people like the Donald Trumps of the world, or the people that we don't understand, and understand that they are just another reflection of the collective consciousness that is also held within us. So if there's something outside of you that you feel disconnected from, it is because ultimately there's a part of you within you that you are disconnected from in that way. And so not only can we work on that within ourselves, but then we can realize that that person isn't wrong, just a reflection of the unconscious that's on our planet right now. And we can become more compassionate and present with that as we become more present and compassionate with that within ourselves. And that will be a beautiful experience. And I feel like that's really our job right now, is to be authentic and to be present with the healing in the outer and the inner worlds of our experience. So I'm very, very excited about this year. I'm nervous, but excited. As one of my favorite people on YouTube said once, that this is scary but exciting. You know, if something's just scary and you don't want to do it, that's one thing, but go for the things that scare you but then also excite you. That's where you know that you're coming up against your comfort zone, that you are coming up against the boundaries that you've put there that maybe are based in beliefs that aren't serving you anymore, because that underlying excitement is actually showing that you are in alignment with a new experience, and that is really, really exciting. So go for the things that scare but excite you. I know that's how I'm feeling about this year, and I'm just really excited to be a more authentic version of myself in this coming year. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you if you have been following me for the last several years on my journey, and I am so excited for this next part. If you would like to be along for this journey, please like this video if you liked it, and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Also, don't forget to check the notification bell. With YouTube's algorithms, a lot of videos aren't showing up, so if you do want to be notified when I do post a video, if you hit that notification bell, you are much more likely to see my videos. Also, my other social media links are down in the description down below. I post a lot on Instagram about my personal life and what's going on. I love posting there, so if you want to follow like another layer of my expression, you can head over there. I also have a Facebook page, I have a Patreon, I have all kinds of stuff down there, so definitely check that out. If you would like a personal tarot reading with me, you can head over to my Etsy shop, and I do readings over there. I also do spiritual coaching. If you're interested in that, you can go over to my Instagram and message me. So now that all of that has said, I would like to do a short reading for this week, and then I will fly away. So I want to do a quick reading because I really want our awareness of what's going on the planet to be much more full. And so not only do I want to, you know, talk about what feels good and express that, but I want to really, you know, give you some tools for your own personal journey. So I'm going to tap in now to kind of the collective energy for, I think that we're in our second week now, crazy, of January. So let's get on to that. All right, so I am using the Raven's Prophecy Tarot. I believe that's what it's called. I haven't used this deck in ages. I just used it for the first time a couple days ago, and it really gave a really good solid reading, so I'm really excited to see what it has to say for us. Alrighty. Okay. So our main energy for this week is Eight of Swords. Interesting. So Eight of Swords is about feeling trapped. It's about feeling like there are restraints on us that don't feel good. And this is also very mental, because swords is, you know, the thoughts and that area of experience. And so Eight of Swords is about feeling trapped. Now, what's interesting about Eight of Swords, and what we need to always remember, is Eight of Swords is about the fact that we feel trapped, but we are actually able to get out of that trap. And so that's often represented by being blindfolded, but there's like a way out. And if you just took off your blindfold, you would see that. So be aware of that as we're shifting into this new year. As we're shifting into this new year, a lot of our restrictions are actually more self-inflicted and more about the beliefs we're having than are actually being suppressed or, you know, trapped. Now, second card came up for our main energy, and that's Four of Wands. So Four of Wands is really like one of the most positive cards in the deck. So, and it's one of the only cards that in reverse, it's still positive. So Four of Wands is about being stable. It's about having a happy home. It's about things being really good and in a good, like, warm, beautiful, creative space. And so this coming up with Eight of Swords is really reflecting to me that very strong realization that we are trapping ourselves, but things are actually a lot better than we think we are. And so it's just going to take that blindfold being removed. That's really going to help us see, wow, this is a new space of creation. This is a new space for me, and I don't have to buy into those old belief systems and patterns. What's going to help us with that is Four of Coins. Interesting. So Four of Coins is about being, you know, really honest about where you're at. It's about being, I guess the word frugal would be really good, but I think it's about really kind of like letting go of the things that are frivolous, and really get, sorry, my camera ran out of room. So Four of Coins is about being more frugal. It's about releasing the frivolous and becoming more conscious of what's really important and really holding on to that. In the reverse, this can be kind of like the miser card, almost to like a bad level, but this is really about becoming more clear about what's important and really holding on to that. What's going to hinder us is Ace of Cups. So Ace of Cups is about new emotional things, new spiritual levels. It's about stepping into the emotions. So if we resist our emotions and where we're at, I'm really getting that this is about shadow. If we're resisting the shadow as we try to move forward, because I think a lot of us are going to get excited and just be like, oh cool, I can do a lot of stuff. If we still don't stay present with our shadow, that's really going to hinder us. So again, kind of like what I was talking about before, it's about integrating the light and the shadow. So do your shadow work, but also move forward. Last year was really about, you know, alleviating a lot of the shadow, bringing a lot of that into light, but there's still stuff to do. There's always stuff to do. So be aware of that. And then the main energy in general is Three of Wands. So that's really exciting. This really feels, you know, like a reflection of what a lot of people have been saying. Three of Wands is about being in the journey. You know, Ace of Wands is about the energy just starting. Two of Wands is about deciding and moving forward. And Three of Wands is about being on the journey and stepping out. So I feel like in the last couple of years, we have been stepping into a very new, powerful energy of awakening, letting go of not letting go, but integrating shadows and letting go of what no longer serves. We're really in the thick of it right now. And like I said, we're in that birth canal. We're coming out. And so we're in it. And so this is not about, you know, starting new things. I mean, yeah, we can start new things all the time, but I'm saying, so like, we're not just starting out, like we're in it. We're in the throes of creating a new planet. So be aware that we're in the creation process. We're not, you know, we're in it already. So be present with that. And, you know, always be evaluating, like, is this really what I want to put out there? Is this really what feels good to me? Is this really what feels authentic to me? And, you know, recalculate a little bit if it doesn't feel in alignment. So that's the energy for this. I'm super, super excited for this year and what it's going to hold for our planet collectively, but what I feel I'm going to be bringing to the table. I'm really, really excited. I'm excited to see this channel grow and blossom. I feel like this is the year. So I am excited. I hope you're excited too. Please comment down below if you are feeling this energy, or if you have any questions, or if you have any ideas for videos, whatever, please comment down below with love and light. We love having conversation here, and I'm always open to a good conversation. So thank you so much for watching. Again, if you like this video, please like, hit subscribe, and hit the notification bell. This has been a wonderful time, you know, getting the camera out and connecting back in. This feels so good, and I'm really, really excited for this new level of creation. So thank you so much for watching. Much love and light. Many blessings. Namaste. And don't forget, it's all about the soul journey. Bye.